Jaylen mentioned Izzy Abanikanda. He's back to receive the kick, so not only is he playing, but it looks like he's doing well and playing a lot. Both he and their star receiver, Jordan Addison, in concussion protocol all week long, but they were cleared to play, and they're ready to go. Miami won the toss. They will defer. Toe meets leather, and we are underway here at Heinz Field. Over the head of Abanikanda, and we'll get to see Kenny Pickett and this vaunted offense coming into this game, Mark. Ranked number 4 in the country in scoring offense, 5 in total offense.
Yeah, these guys put up tons of points, 45 points per game they're averaging. And this Mark Whipple offense, we've seen a development of this offense. For year 1, he said, look, I just had to put everything in, very stagnant. Year 2, we got some movement in these plays. Now year 3, we're personalizing to our players. Be ready for a lot of motions and shifts. Already Lucas Kroll motioning in first play.
Pickett, his first passing attempt of the day. Pressure comes. He'll use those feet you talk about and get down after the gain of 4.
And that's going to be the strength of that Miami front. Their pass rush. How quickly can they get to Kenny Pickett? You see him able to use his legs and escape, and now Pitt's going fast.
Pickett again to throw. Addison, back shoulder. The two of them just can't hook up. It'll bring up 3rd down and 6. Tyreek Stevenson on the coverage for the Canes.
Tell you what, 3rd down and 6 on the opening drive is exactly what Manny Diaz wants for his Miami defense. And now they get in that 3-3-5 personnel Miami does. They're going to bring some pressure. You see a lot of the safeties near the line of scrimmage. Whether it's number 0, James Williams, or 5, anyone can come right now.
They bring just 4. It's a tight end. That's Bartholomew's got a lot of room to run inside the 40 before finally being knocked out of bounds at about the 35. Gavin Bartholomew, the true freshman. They love this kid.
3rd down, schmurd down. Kenny Pickett doesn't care. Man-to-man coverage. You have Corey Couch, number 23, a cornerback, playing on the true freshman Gavin Bartholomew at tight end. And unbelievable pass. I mean, Kenny Pickett, great throw, great catch and run. And that's the type of explosion that Pitt's used to offensively.
37 yards on the pitch and catch. Now the fake to Abanikanda. Pickett to the outside. As his receiver Stovall, close to a 1st down. Looks like he'll pick it up. Gilbert Frierson, the striker position on the coverage, but an easy 10 yards for the Panthers.
It's pitch and catch, just pitch and catch, Chris.
Now Addison in motion and movement by the Panthers. They'll move back 5. Carter Warren is going to be the
snap. Ball start. Offense, number 77. 5-yard penalty. 1st down.
Jeff Heiser, our referee today.
And in addition to the motions and the shifts, you're going to see unbalanced formations. That time, that was an unbalanced formation. Left tackle Carter Warren was lined up on the right-hand side. Now they're back to that usual formation. See that tight split at the top. Watch him coming back across.
Taysir Mack in motion. Pickett to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. He'll be dropped. Zach McLeod got there, and you talked about him in the open. The veteran, former linebacker, now playing with his hand in the dirt. Got to Pickett.
And they're just rushing 4 here. And you see the stunt game on the inside. And that's number 56, the first one to get there. That's Leonard Taylor, the 5-star recruit, probably the best defensive tackle in the country in the recruiting class last year. Now, 2nd and really long.
Yeah, long 2nd down here for Pickett. He's got time to throw, comes underneath. That's against Stovall. Makes 1-man miss. Still on his feet. Brought down at about the 25. So he picked up an extra couple of yards, but they'll still bring down about 3rd down and 11.
Stovall, a good addition to this team. Transferred from Hawaii, followed his wide receivers coach here, who's now at Pitt. Good balance. We saw him yesterday at practice. He looks like just one big muscle running down the field.
Wholesale substitutions for both teams. 3rd down and 11. Canes bring 5 wide open in the back, right near the end zone. Touchdown, the initial call, and the officials say touchdown for Taysir Mack.
Let's see if that ball crosses the plane. It looks like the ball does cross the plane. The question is, when does the ball come out? And from that angle, it's going to be close. What elevation by Tyler
on the
Mack.
field is a touchdown. That play is under further review.
They'll review this as every scoring play is reviewed, Mark. So now the question is, did the ball cross the plane? And if it didn't, was it a fumble?
Yeah, it really did look like he was down before the ball came out. Cameron Kinchins, another one of those freshmen that need to step up for Miami. He was in on the hit, but
can't see it from this angle.
No, you know, and you see that right hip. That right hip touches down, and I'm not. So he was definitely down with the ball in his hands. I'm just not sure whether the ball has crossed the play. Oh, interesting.
I don't know. It's really close, you know.
From that angle there, you don't know. Now the other part of it too is if it is ruled a fumble, there is a clear recovery by Tyler Mack directly after the fumble.
Right.
So you know that was a part of the rule change a few years back, right? If there is a fumble, the coaching point is get on it right now, because if there's an immediate clear recovery, it goes to whoever recovered it, even if it was ruled down or a touchdown.
How about, was it a catch? Is it definitively a catch?
That's a great question, and you have to make a football move and survive the ground. I mean, the question really is, if that hip is down and the ball is in control, then it is a completion. Now where the ball is determines touchdown or not, but it's going to be interesting to see how they rule this one, because yeah, it was close. And let's see again. Okay, so ball's in the air. He's pulling it back down into his body. To me, that's kind of a football move. Now you have to survive the ground. I'm not sure whether Cam Kitchens got a hand in there on the back end, but that ball was definitely out. This is going to be one that, honestly, it could go either way, and we will see how this is officiated.
Our replay official, Mike Shepard, is looking at it.
And Chris, I'm not sure if there's enough.
After further review, the runner was stopped short of the goal line. Therefore, the ball be placed at the half-yard line, first and goal.
So it's a catch, tackled, and he was down before the ball crossed the plane. First and goal at the 1. Yeah,
and I think that right, you know, they determined that he had the ball. He made a football move, that right hip touchdown, and now, I mean, you have inches left to go. You got to imagine Kenny Pickett's going to go under center. He's been good at that quarterback sneak all year, and Miami is going to absolutely just load up for that. Not under center.
He does have a Banacand in the backfield. Gives it to him, and he finishes it off.
Just like that, line it up again. Watch the push up the middle. You see Carter Warren, number 77, get great push off that left side. And Izzy Abanikanda, not sure if he was going to make it or not for this week after going through concussion protocol. He made it back for this week. Feels healthy, feels good. Got 6 points.
Sam Scott in the PAT. Less than 3 minutes into this contest, we expected some fireworks, and we're getting them already. Izzy. Canes will take over on their first offensive drive from their own 25. And a chance to see their quarterback, Tyler Van Dyke, who was a highly recruited kid out of Connecticut, Mark. And he really came onto the scene last week. Started the year getting third-team reps, and now he's their #1 guy.
Yeah, I mean, he wasn't getting any reps, and it was D'Eriq King's team. And it was D'Eriq King's team all offseason, you know, coming back from injury. Tyler Van Dyke, he stepped up, and he played a really good game against UVA. A little bit slower start versus UNC, and then last week really put everything together. And versus NC State, Brett Lashley said he opened up the playbook, just let Tyler go, and TVD now is starting off with an empty set. They love giving him some big throws early in the game to spark this team.
Jaylen Knighton, who missed time earlier in the year, tailback is split wide at the top of your screen. Van Dyke now flushed. He's in trouble, and he'll go down. Elijah Cansey brings him down inside the 10.
This is how this is how Pitt's defense works. You get pressure with 4 up front. Now you can play man-to-man on the back end with some safety help. Great coverage combined to get the sack.
Van Dyke quickly to throw. He has a receiver open. Out to about the 24-yard line. Charleston Rambo on the receiving end. He also had a huge game against NC State.
You see Van Dyke's numbers here, and that 58% last week was 75, 76% completions, much better.
They want to go quickly too. Van Dyke has a receiver open. That's Hartley. Got it. Inside the 20. Check that, Keyshawn Smith.
Tyler Van Dyke, clean pocket. Went from his first read to his second read. Huge play downfield, and now Miami likes to go fast after the big pass play.
Knighton spins away from one tackler. Football comes out. Recovered by Pitt, but it looks like the officials are going to rule that he was down. And they are.
And we got player down. It looks like Elijah Cansey is down for that Pitt defensive line.
We'll get you updated on Cansey's condition when we come back. Pitt up 7-0, but the Canes driving. It's Three Rivers, why? Hence, formerly Three Rivers Stadium. Now both the Steelers and the Panthers play here at Heinz Field. Pitt's up 7-0 over Miami early, but the Canes, a couple of big completions. Now they're in business.
Man-to-man, bottom of the screen. You got Rambo in the slot.
Van Dyke has time. Across the middle, scores! 2 quick touchdowns. This one was Elijah Arroyo, the tight end that this team is really excited about, true freshman out of Frisco, Texas.
Brought 2 tight ends in the game. You see him on the left side of your screen. Will Mallory runs the vertical, and then you get Arroyo just in behind him. Again, I mean, this is a completely different looking Miami offense with Tyler Van Dyke playing the way he is. It is, that was a quick strike, and you didn't know after that sack on first down whether he was going to be able to do it. Great drive down the field, and it was all TVD.
Borregales with the point after. Both teams going 75 yards and scoring on their opening offensive possessions. Arroyo, his first touchdown as a member of the Miami. See 2 big-time plays from 2 big-time freshman tight ends, 1 for each team today. And the Canes come right back and answer Pitt's score on their opening drive with 1 of their own. We're all knotted up at 7 apiece.
Chris, you kind of get the feeling after watching Miami over the past couple weeks is like they have so many young players playing on this team, so many talented young players. You don't want to be the team that catches them when everything gets put together. and last week, NC State felt that. This week, Pitt's going to have a challenge.
Big day of ACC football coming your way. 4 o'clock Eastern, number 13, Demon Deacons. They lead the Atlantic Division by 2 games, just like Pitt leads the Coastal. They'll take on Duke and Winston-Salem. And then our ACC Network primetime matchup presented by Geico. Devin Leary at NC State looked to bounce back from last week's loss to Miami when they host dual-threat quarterback Malik Cunningham and Louisville. Now Vincent Davis in the game alongside Pickett. He'll roll the pocket a bit. Coming back to this side, has a receiver. Taysir Mack again, this time near midfield. Marcus Clark on the coverage. But Pickett is throwing dimes here early.
Yeah, if you have a young student in your household who wants to play quarterback, have them come into the room and watch this game. Kenny Pickett just threw a beautiful pass. A very catchable ball to his wide receiver, and Tyler Van Dyke has been playing well too. Both these quarterbacks on fire.
Pickett has room to run, going to Kroll, just can't handle it. Even though he wasn't able to bring that one in, Mark, you can see the physical presence that number 7, that tight end Lucas Kroll, brings to the table. Hard to cover.
I mean, I went to practice yesterday and watched him run around just in a t-shirt. He had back muscles that grew on top of his back muscles. I mean, he is 260 pounds, 6'6", all muscle.
Give to Davis, sidesteps 1 tackler, now another, before being brought down to the second level. 3rd down and 3 here for the Panthers. James Williams on the tackle for Miami. Just keep an eye on 0 at the safety spot for Miami. He is massive, a true freshman, 6'5", 225 pounds, rated the number 4 safety by ESPN last year. There's Krull, takes a big hit and incomplete. Man, Carter and Flag both got him. Now the flag comes in late. That was a big hit on Krull.
Oh, geez, and that was up in his head area. That's going to be a targeting call for sure. And you do not like to see that. Watch 11 come in. That's Corey Flag. And, you know, it's
Personal foul, targeting, defense, number 11. That play is under further review.
I don't know, Mark.
Well,
I mean, their heads hit, but he led with that shoulder, don't you think?
Yeah, so it's a defenseless receiver situation as well. So is any forcible contact to the head or neck area. The only thing, though, is it did look like Corey Flag was pulling up. So it wasn't like he was aiming to have a big hit. He kind of pulled up and stopped his feet. And just the forward momentum of Lucas Krull and Lucas Krull ducking his head, bracing for contact, is what happened. And you know, you feel for Lucas Krull because you saw the head in a very compromised position when it did take that hit. It'd be interesting to see. I mean, we've seen targeting calls go a bunch of different ways this year, and it has a lot of the confirmations of a targeting call, but I don't know if there was a clear indicator, meaning there was no real launch, there was no lowering of the head because there was no head involved by the defender. So, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if this is called off and Corey Flag can continue playing in this game, but a very difficult situation for Lucas Krull, who only played one game last year because of injury.
It's almost like Flag is just standing his ground, like he's just standing there and Krull crashes into him.
Yeah.
It was good to see Krull. Now he's back on his feet. Good to see him sitting up on his own and back on his feet, and he'll walk off. But as we mentioned at the start, this team had already had to deal with Izzy Abanikanda and Jordan Addison in concussion protocol this last week. Abanikanda's hit, I know that Pat Narduzzi was unhappy with last week, and now Krull.
After further review, there is no foul for targeting. Fourth down.
The officials call off the targeting. It is fourth down for Pitt. And Corey Flag gets a reprieve.
Yeah, and this crowd's not going to like that call, but I do think it's the right call. Yeah, that was not a hit that we're trying to like get out of the game. That was a situational. Sometimes guys get banged around in the head, but you know, either way, now it's fourth down and 3, and this is a big play for both squads.
Addison in motion out of the backfield. Pickett tries back shoulder. It's deflected away and almost caught on the deflection. But Stevenson was there on the defense. And a big stop for Miami. Now flags are on the field late. This is going to be a dead ball foul. And Vincent Davis is reacting as if this may be against Miami. It's right near the Miami bench.
And I don't know if Manny Diaz even saw what happened. I barely saw it as Vincent Davis was getting up after trying to recover that one.
After the play was over, unsportsmanlike conduct against the defense, number 96. This is his first unsportsmanlike conduct foul. 15-yard penalty. First down, Miami.
Now, Jonathan Ford outweighs Vincent Davis by about 150 pounds, but Vincent Davis should get an Academy Award for this one.
Yeah, this is like, you know, like in high school, there's always that like the kid who's like poking the big kid and just like, hey, getting after him. And then the big kid just walks near him and he flopped. But you know, that's a tough break. It's a tough break, but it was after the play, so it's firmly going to be Miami's ball, just backed up a little bit farther.
Van Dyke. It's a receiver on the far end. It's going to be Rambo on the receiving end. Alexander was there to make the stop. Miami is going to go quickly. Both these teams are going to go quickly, but it looks like Miami's going to go lightning speed today. Knighton. His nickname is Rooster. Got that nickname as a kid because he had like a reddish mohawk playing Little League football.
Yeah, hey, sometimes the nicknames just stick. Rooster, he's been running well.
Now reverse. Back to Van Dyke. He's going to look to throw. As a receiver, wide open. Mallory. He'll score.
Wow, little trickeration in this play. Pitt special on steroids down the field, but how about these tight ends? This one was to Will Mallory, last touchdown to Elijah Arroyo. Yeah, they have had some really, really good tight ends at this school in the past, and they think that Elijah Arroyo could be the next great one. That one, Will Mallory, fantastic play, fantastic execution, another long touchdown.
Borregales with the try. It's good, 14-7. Mallory, Bill Mallory's grandson, one of the great college coaches in the 60s and 70s and 80s.
And this is one of the issues that happens with man-to-man. Brandon Hill, fantastic safety, a Thorpe semifinalist. He just lost Mallory in the commotion. There's a couple guys over there towards the sideline, and when you get wide receivers running towards the sideline along the same team sideline, the jerseys kind of mess with the safety's eyes. Good job of finding his man by Tyler Van Dyke, and another perfect throw downfield. This is a back and forth game. Look at Van Dyke's numbers, 5 for 5, 156 yards and 2 touchdowns. I've never seen a passer rating of 494 before. That's amazing.
And we're 8 minutes and 44 seconds still to play in this first quarter. The emotional ebbs and flows we've already seen in this game already.
I mean, it is wild.
Bandicana lets it sail over his head. Mark, Miami only had 5 70-plus scoring drives in their first 3 games of the year. Since then, they've had 10, and they have 2 in the first 8 minutes of our game today.
Yeah, and they had 5 last week. And when you look at offenses in college football, it's so hard to have 15-play drives. It really is. So you need some of the big plays. They weren't getting those big plays earlier in the season. With Van Dyke settling in them, finding the right players at receiver and tight end, they've gotten them.
Abanikanda on the delay. Won't get far. Flag comes in. Wayman Steed coming off a big game against NC State on the tackle.
Personal foul, face mask, offense, number 55, 15-yard penalty, first down.
Mammoth
correction,
left guard.
half the distance to the goal.
Apologize that, Jeff. Pickett with an empty backfield. Jacques Louis can't get out of the clutches of the defender. Corey Couch is there. Jaylen, what do you got for us down there on the field?
They sure do.
Jacques Louis again tries to spin away from the defender. This time it's Tyreek Stevenson on the outside.
Hey, Chris, really impressed with the way Miami's tackling today. They're the worst team in the country in terms of missed tackles. Really good job tackling so far. Now a big third down. Need to complete this. Miami's got a lot going on.
Pickett, he'll be sacked. Frierson, the linebacker, got there. Miami tracking Pickett well here early.
See, Gilbert Frierson, he plays that striker position, kind of a combo between linebacker and safety. Great job coming off the edge, bending around right tackle Gabe Hoy. And this is exactly what Manny Diaz would like to have happen in this game. Get some pressure on Kenny Pickett early, make him feel a little bit uncomfortable. Big third down stop, and now you give the ball right back to TVD, who was on fire.
Kirk Christodoulou, the Australian punter, will be fielded by Jacoby George, the freshman, and he gets dropped. Good coverage by this Pitt special teams unit. Miami, though, offensively clicking on all cylinders. Yet another opportunity. In good field position, too. They'll start. They'll mark it at about the 39, 40-yard line.
Yeah, in great field position. I mean, this is how you draw the game plan up. Start fast. Manny Diaz has said, we have needed something to spark our team. Last week, it was some comments that Tyler Van Dyke made before the game. This week, they just came out and started fast on their own.
Here's Harley. Look at the speed for Harley into Pitt territory down at the 40. Ball comes loose. But the officials are going to rule it down. And there are head linesmen there with the big H on the back.
On the field as the runner was down. Results, first down.
Arthur Harden there, the head linesman, demonstrative, down at the 40.
And you see the head linesman right there towards the end. The knee down.
Knee down.
Player down. Miami ball. And Miami's going that bunch into the sideline now. Look for that one-on-one matchup to the top of your screen.
Here comes Knighton. Forget about it. 40 yards. The explosive plays continue for the Canes.
Man, how about this? Right up the middle. Great double team block on the right-hand side by the offensive lineman, DJ Scape, and Ja'Clyde Clark. Opened up a big hole. And Jaylen Knighton, he has come on as of late. Got another 6 points on the board for Knighton.
Borregales makes it 21-7.
And watch the double team. Right in the middle of that screen. Good job of getting movement on the defensive tackle, and you see the speed. He hits that hole and he goes. Manny Diaz, he enjoys it, but he's still in the game. He's trying to get every advantage he can because he knows this Pitt team, they get quick strike capability, and you got to keep it consistent. Don't let these young guys on your Miami defense get too high right now. They have a big task still at hand.
Before the NC State game, Tyler Van Dyke made some comments, and Mark, I didn't think they were really inflammatory comments. He just said, look, we're playing a very good defense at NC State, but I believe in us. I believe we're good, and I believe that we're going to come out and play well, and they did. And that fired up his team, and they've got the swag now, and they're showing it here. They came out strong against NC State at home. How would they do on the road, though, against a team playing as well as anybody in the conference? They've come out and played really strong in the first quarter.
Yeah, I mean, you're absolutely right about it. And, you know, whether it's swag, whether it's moxie, whatever it is, there's something about Tyler Van Dyke that the rest of these players, they say, look, he has stepped up, he has called people out, but we have his back. They had it last week. Man, they started really fast today.
Some jawing going on, too.
And now, right, how does number 8 respond? A lot have been talk about over the past week in terms of you beat Clemson, you have a phenomenal day, you've been passing the ball so well. A lot of this Heisman talk right now. I mean, what better way to prove you deserve to be in the discussion, being down 21-7 and driving your team back down the field.
Pickett, he'll look to throw and has protection, has all day, as a matter of fact. Now the pocket collapses, he's just going to have to get rid of it. Bradley Jennings eventually was able to put pressure on Pickett. And he had time, just couldn't find anybody open.
Yeah, and he had some guys open on the left side of his screen. Marquise Stovall, he was open, but you see the pressure. And that's the linebacker, Bradley Jennings, beating the running back's block. When you have open receivers downfield and the pass rush is the way that Miami's is, it's tough to make those completions.
It's Addison. That's Addison's first catch of the day, 8 yards. Cam Kinchins, one of the top recruits in this last class, true freshman. Two true freshman safeties playing today for Miami, Cam Kinchins and James Williams.
Yeah, communication is going to be huge between the two of them. You saw that miscommunication on that long pass on the opening drive to Taysir Mack. And now you're going to see number 0, James Williams, down around the box. He's going to line up man-to-man, covering that slot receiver towards the top.
Pickett has time. Here's Addison again. Makes the defender miss. Finally run out of bounds by Kinchins, but a big gain for Pitt. They're back in business in Miami territory.
Talking to Mark Whipple, this is not a let's look at matchups and throw it to the matchups type offense. This is a read your progressions type offense. However, when you see the true freshman James Williams, number 0, 6'5", 225, over your best wide receiver, that's a place you're going to lean to. You're going to want to throw that direction.
Pickett has a receiver wide open here, Stovall. Gang rushed out of bounds. Amari Carter led the way, but another good gain for Pitt. Pickett does not mind checking down to these 7- and 8-yard gains, does he?
No, and that's, again, you talk about getting ready for the NFL. That's what makes NFL quarterbacks great. You know when you can cross out options and throw to your checkdowns.
Davis picks up enough to move the chains again for the Panthers. So many explosive plays. We got 4 touchdowns on the board, Mark, and this is like the longest drive we've had all game long.
I know. I mean, we've had 4 touchdowns. We're not even 10 minutes into this game. And now you see them going empty again. Down the bottom of the screen, that's Vincent Davis, running back.
Pickett can run if he chooses. He does, and is able to avoid taking a big hit and pick up a couple of yards on the play. Corey Flagg was there to bring him down.
And that's, you know, it's a point Todd Blackledge made last week on the broadcast. You know, Kenny Pickett, when he scrambles out to his left or when he's moving to his left, a much harder time looking downfield throwing the football. When he moves to his right on the scramble, he gets that ball downfield.
Davis stays in the block. Now going to the end zone. Taysir Mack. Williams caught it, but he was out of bounds. Look at Williams. Look at 0 there.
Yeah,
he's a monster.
The dude's a safety. I mean, and I talked to Manny Diaz, but he right now, you know, I don't know how old he is. 18, 19 years old. He's 6'5", 225. He has a year or 2 in that strength program. He's going to be 240 before you know it. And, you know, Cam Chancellor type safety back there. Good player. Now 3rd down and long. Got matchup towards the top of your screen, man-to-man.
Miami showing some pressure, and they bring it. Pickett's forced out, but he avoids it. Trying to get it to Krull, and they just couldn't connect. Pickett's mad at himself, but the pressure forced him out of the pocket, forced him to make a quick decision. He'll bring up a field goal and send from Scarton.
Yeah, Pickett's mad at himself because he wanted to make that throw. Tough throw on the run. He has the capability of doing it, but also, too, the wide receivers, they need to get with their coach because there is going to be pressure on Kenny Pickett. He is going to have to scramble. They're going to have to get into that scramble drill and start working towards him in those situations.
38-yard attempt for Sam Scarton. He's perfect, 6 for 6 on the year. Thankfully, he sneaks that one inside the left upright because I thought I gave him the jinx. Right before the snap, I said he was a perfect 6 for 6, and I was saying, don't do it then.
Yeah.
But he makes it 7 for 7. 21-10, Miami's on top. Let's look at our marathon drive recap, and they were sprints, not marathons, because Miami scored with lightning efficiency here in this game. 3 touchdowns. Look at the plays, a total of 10 plays and well over 200 yards.
Yeah, and a couple of those came with coverage breakdowns, and some were just really good throws and really good catches and runs. it's been a teach tape type situation for this Miami offense, and Tyler Van Dyke just has been on point.
Now reverse.
No mistakes.
Back to Van Dyke. He's going to look to throw. It's a receiver wide open.
And it's been good. It's been really good. They got the ground game going as well, so it's going to be a challenge. Pitt's defense, you study one team the entire year. You get a little bit different wrinkle last year when everything's starting to put together for Miami's offense, and then today, they've taken that next step. No steps backward, just maybe 3 or 4 steps forward for Miami's offense.
And this one will be returnable. Restrepo to a 21. Flags everywhere. Every single flag, I think, in an official's pocket came out on that play. Del Mark, Xavier Restrepo's return down at about the 21, but a pile of flags.
During the return, holding, number 9 return team. 10-yard penalty from the end of the run. First down.
Avery huffed a guilty party. We don't even need to show a replay on that one, Mark. That was so obvious. I think even the backup official, who wasn't even in the game, threw his flag.
I know, yeah. They were pegging people with the flags. I was like, you got a penalty for throwing a flag.
All right, here's Tyler Van Dyke. What a start he has gotten off to, coming off a game where he threw for 325 and 4 scores last week.
And you got to think, going through his mind, is I got a Heisman Trophy candidate on the other team. Let me outplay him. So far, he has.
And Knighton's got some room to run here. He does again. That's 15 more yards for the Rooster.
And there's some communication happening right now by Pitt's defense. Servassier Dennis talking to his fellow linebacker in there, Phil Campbell.
Van Dyke to throw. Just throws this one away. Had Smith out there in the pattern, but he wasn't open. Second down and 10 now for Miami. Get a good look at Cody Brown, number 24, another true freshman. Originally committed and signed with Tennessee, now with the Canes. Flag down. Could be a free play. Nice catch. What a catch by Restrepo.
Are you kidding me?
Right at the marker.
That was unbelievable.
Offside. Defense, number 87. Penalties decline. Results of the play. First down.
Oh, yeah.
Can we talk again about TVD? He didn't play college football at all before a few weeks into this season. He just took a free play, had a great pass to an out route with a great route run by Restrepo. This offense looks great.
Brown looking for space. Can't find it. Just got back to the line of scrimmage. Jaylen, what do you got?
Tyler Van Dyke, even though this, like you guys have been talking about, is like his 4th week actually getting snaps in practice, he said, I always came in practicing like I was a starter. I didn't come in practicing like I was a freshman or like I was a backup when I talked to him this week, and it's showing today, guys.
And it is showing, and quite honestly, Rhett Lashley said, he goes, I started calling games early when he was in like he was a freshman. Last week, I took all the governors off, and I let him play like he was a veteran, and he performed well.
Here you go again. It's Smith. More big plays from this Miami receiving core, and flags in the backfield. Let's see what this is all about.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense, number 55. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
Devon Donaldson just sneaking away from the line of scrimmage a little too far, and that'll negate a big play. Second down and 15. Van Dyke has time. Well, again, just throws this one away. Can't find anybody open. Now we're going to get another flag. This is going to be a personal foul against Pitt. Looked like Jaylen Alexander, veteran, captain of this team, may have headbutted Van Dyke.
After the play is over, unsportsmanlike conduct, defense, number 5, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Yeah, he just got in Van Dyke's face and headbutted him.
Wow.
It was obvious. This is, Pittsburgh's the veteran team here. Miami's full of freshmen and COVID freshmen.
This is 5's first unsportsmanlike penalty of the game.
Yeah, Chris, you're absolutely right. You would think the more disciplined team would be Pitt so far. In this game, I think Miami has them on their heels a little bit.
Knighton. Another flag after a 4-yard gain. Man, a lot of penalties already.
Holding, offense, number 55, 10-yard penalty, first down.
It's like 2 steps forward, 2 steps back. The end result is a first down, but it's 1st and 20 now for Miami. Doesn't seem to have faced Van Dyke yet.
No, it hasn't.
Cody Brown back in. We give to Brown. We'll get maybe 3 on first. Keyshawn Camp, veteran on this defensive line. COVID senior. Super senior, they call him, on the stop. Van Dyke to throw. Pressure on the edge. Picked up. His receiver fell down and almost picked. Hallett was out there after Smith fell down, but couldn't bring it in.
Yeah, got lucky on that throw. Keyshawn Smith slipped. And now 3rd and 17. This is now when Pitt defensively, they'll go to their 3-3-5 type look. They bring a lot of their linebackers in towards the line of scrimmage. Sometimes they drop out, sometimes they bring them. But this is where they have been so good on 3rd down. They're 2nd in the ACC, 6th in the nation.
They allow the pressure to come in. Big hit, but Knighton keeps his feet. Hallett lowered the boom, but Knighton got the better of that hit, but wasn't able to pick up the first.
Yeah, you see the toughness by Jaylen Knighton, the freshman out of Lauderhill, Florida. This is a field position play call. I mean,
that's a collision.
That is a tough back, tough runner. And now you got a fantastic punter. Flip the field position, try to pin Pitt way back in their own territory.
Yeah, Miami comes into this game, Mark, ranked 6th in the country in net punting. And Lou Headley Lamar, outstanding punter. End over end kick, not great, but it's going to take a bounce. Slight Miami bounce. Okay, they'll down it at about the 16-yard line. Long field for Pitt with just 7 seconds left to go in this first quarter.
Big stop for Pitt defensively, aided by a couple of offensive penalties from Miami. You just need some confidence. Every time you step on the field, you give up a touchdown. Having one of those stops, that'll be great. You get back to the sideline, you talk with your coaches, but now you give Kenny Pickett a chance to start making this comeback real. 7 more points on the board would be big.
Pickett to throw. He wants Addison. Addison makes an adjustment and makes the catch. That's what kind of a receiver he is. Final play of the first quarter. Big gainer from Pickett to Addison. That'll get the crowd into it, and it'll get Pitt back on Miami's side of the field.
That's the end of the first quarter.
Addison, little push off maybe. Come together to form the Ohio. Choppy waters, but you see a little blue sky there. That's awesome because we had a lot of rain yesterday and we were expecting it today. And Jalen Johnson is loving the fact that we got some blue sky above us. That is for sure. Addison trying the end around, and there was nothing there. Big time hit. And Cam Kinchins with a little flex.
Good tackle. Good attitude tackle. It was clean. Got him down. Made him feel it a little bit. Now, behind the sticks again. There's a loss.
Pickett will look to throw. Has a receiver open. That's going to be Jared Wayne. And they'll move the chains. Wayne Jr. out of Canada. Matt, Wayne, Addison. Coach Whipple said in our conversations, the offensive coordinator, I can move these guys around. They can play all over the field. Slot, boundary, field. Now Pickett to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. He'll get what he can with his feet. That's 3 yards.
Good job staying in coverage by Miami's defense. Everybody's been blanketed. And it really is when the offensive line protection gives Kenny Pickett an extra second. He's able to find those late breaking routes. But when they can get home, Kenny Pickett's been running for his life, and no one's been open on the back end.
Abanikanda. Big hit and run support that time. Keontre Smith, who's really been their best linebacker.
Yeah, and Keontre Smith, he changed to linebacker this year after doing safety and striker before. But they needed somebody at that will position to be able to cover tight ends, to be able to react to the run game, and he's fit that really well. 3rd and 5, they're going to go with Abanikanda, and he'll pick up the first down inside the 20. Back in the red zone of the Panthers after the 8-yard run. And not a lot going for Pitt in the run game before this one. A good job pulling around. Watch number 53 lead the way, get up on the safety. That left side of the line, that's where they get their most production running the football.
Abanikanda out of the backfield, inside the 10. He'll score. 2 Ks had the angle on him. And that old bugaboo of missed tackles came back to haunt him on that play. Panthers get ever closer.
You mentioned 2 guys, number 17, Weymouth Sneed. You see him on the right side. It's a little pass off. When the tight end goes under, he's got to react out to the running back really late and then slow in the reaction. I've seen that a lot watching film. The pass off between a wide receiver, tight end coming in and a back going out have been problems for Miami all season.
Scarton finishes off another long drive. 8 plays, 84 yards. Scoring drive, 84 yards in just 2 minutes and 17 seconds. Both these teams have over 237 yards of total offense. Both of them have over that number, and we're just getting underway here in the second quarter. Here's Smith. He's going to try and get something on the return. It is brought down before he even gets to the 20. Don't forget tonight, 10:30, the huddle. Jordan Cornette, Eric McLean, E.J. Manuel, and the coach, former Kane coach and Kane player Mark Rick, back with a complete breakdown of all 8 ACC games. ACC Network and on the ESPN app. One app, one tap, 10:30 tonight. We'll check in with that crew at halftime as well. Given the state of things in this game, that might be an hour and a half from now.
Yeah.
But we're enjoying every minute of it because Tyler Van Dyke has given us a show.
Yeah, something to watch, that defensive line. We haven't seen Kalijah Cansey return to the field. Tyler Bentley now is at the D tackle spot in his place.
Restrepo on the screen, gets loose. That'll be a first down. John Morgan brought him down. Miami wants to go quickly. Again outside. This time it's Rambo. Stays on his feet. Somehow got around the defender and stayed in bounds. And they'll move the chains again.
Watch this release. Van Dyke gets the ball out of his hands so fast. Once he starts that throwing motion, the ball's out before you know it. Good completion.
Why not do it again? But this time they can't connect. That was the 3rd straight play out there.
You'll see plays repeated by Rhett Lashley. He understands. He's trying to set something up as well. You get all these plays in a row, you know, it's only a matter of time before he goes back to the field side. It's Keyshawn Smith in a man-to-man, or you get that little pump out to the bubble and send someone deep. Into the boundary again.
Only the 4th incomplete pass in 14 attempts for Van Dyke. He'll try again. Pressure coming now off the edge. He sidesteps it. More pressure coming. Restrepo makes another great catch. Flag down in the backfield. And this may be a late hit against Pitt. But Restrepo, that's 2 great catches he's made in this game, just like that.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense, number 7. 15-yard penalty, added to the extra run. First down.
Servassier, Mark.
Yeah, Servassier Dennis, great linebacker for them. This is just late. The ball comes out. He kind of dipped his head, didn't strike with his head, but he didn't get to see if the quarterback had thrown or not, pushed him down. You talk about Restrepo. Again, another one of the freshman wide receivers. He runs routes with a purpose. He's gotten open today.
Knighton. Met and dropped after a gain of 2 yards. Bright is there for the stop. Back to that roughing the passer, Mark. So there's close penalties today, personal foul penalties, unsportsmanlike. But you got to be better, especially if you're a veteran team like Pitt. They should know better. You expect that to come from the team full of freshmen like Miami.
Yeah, and it's not like they're calling any different today. This is how they're calling it all season. You got to learn from mistakes in the past.
Van Dyke bobbles the snap, and now just
another roughing the passer. Another one.
There are a lot of emotions now on this field, too. The fans are getting into it, a lot of booing, unhappy with the officiating. This time it's John Morgan.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense, number 6. 15-yard penalty, first down.
Yeah, and that's not that. Yeah, it obviously is because they threw the flag, but that one I don't like. You get blocked kind of towards him. He threw his hands up high. It was in his shoulders. I think honestly Tyler Van Dyke understands. Look, they're calling this game tight. Let me fall down and see if I get it. They got it.
Cagey play by a freshman.
But now you got to get your head on straight as Pitt's defense.
The fake to Knighton. Over the middle, dropped by Rambo. Man, that one might have been 6.
Oh, man. Charleston Rambo, a lot's been made of him. Transferred from Oklahoma. He's been a big play receiver, very reliable receiver for Miami this year. That was a rare drop by him. And, Pitt defensively, you had 2 roughing the passer penalties. You have extended the drive. You don't get frustrated. You got to wipe the slate clean. And now, this is striking distance for Tyler Van Dyke.
Pitt comes with pressure. It's picked up. Mallory's open, but it was just overthrown.
Yeah, that was the first true miss of the game that I've seen for Tyler Van Dyke. Mallory was open on the back end. A defender had slipped. And now Mallory comes off the field for 3rd down. They bring in 4 wide receivers.
And the crowd is into it, that is for sure. Now we get a stoppage.
First charge timeout. Pittsburgh.
Pitt defensive coordinator Randy Bates maybe didn't see something they liked. Got a timeout to talk things over. Big 3rd down here. A lot of frustration.
Correction, this is a 30-second timeout. 30-second timeout.
A lot of frustration for Pitt, but this is a big play for them, Mark. If they can stop them here, you got the crowd back into it. Maybe just gather yourselves a little bit.
Yeah, I think you gather yourself. I think you send pressure, too. We haven't seen Tyler Van Dyke under a lot of pressure so far in this game. The offensive line has done well, but there also hasn't been a lot of, the extra guy coming for Pitt. I wouldn't be surprised to see Randy Bates do that, send a couple guys here on this big 3rd down.
Jaylen, what do you got?
You guys have been talking about how emotions are high, and the emotions are high on this Miami sideline. The leader, Zach McLeod, has been telling the young guys, you guys have to calm down. We have to keep this under control. because he knows that this is not the end of this game and it's nowhere near close.
Yeah, and the emotional swings can get out of hand if you're a young player and you're dealing with this crowd and this veteran team. 3rd and 10.
Will Mallory back on the field to the left of the quarterback in the slot. And Charleston Rambo, number 11, he's a red zone threat, the bottom of your screen.
Harley in motion. Van Dyke looks that way. Now the pressure comes. Checks underneath to Rambo. Stays on his feet inside the 10. Ball comes out. They're going to rule him down at about the 9. It'll be short of the first down. Patrician was there, the former safety, now linebacker, making the stop. It'll force a field goal attempt. Woo. Rambo in space, man. You got to watch out.
You got to watch out. And Randy Bates did send some pressure. It was a good job making Tyler Van Dyke move his feet and just not allow. What happens when you bring pressure in the red zone, you don't allow that throw that takes 2 seconds to develop in the end zone. So you have to either throw that fade route or check it down. Good job of just understanding that by Tyler Van Dyke, not forcing anything and causing a turnover, settling for 3 points.
Andres Borregales converts that field goal attempt. And Miami extends their lead back out to 7 here in Pittsburgh. First half. I think we expected fireworks. I don't know if I expected this many fireworks. And also a lot of emotion and a good crowd here today at Heinz Field. Last week with a lot of Clemson fans making the trip, they had about 60,000 here. So Steelers are in Cleveland. Figured a lot of fans, sports fans in town might make that trip. But still a good crowd here today.
Yeah, and that's the student section you saw in that last shot. That's what they call the Panther Pit. Coach Narduzzi, he talked about how important they were in the win against Clemson last week. He wanted them to come out strong, and they came out strong. They woke up early. They went to bed early last night. Tough for college kids to get up by noon. They did it. They're out. They're loud.
Abanikanda is going to give this one a shot. Spins his way out across the 20. They'll mark him down to the 22. Look at the total yards. Good heavens.
Man,
we played 20 minutes of football.
Yeah, look at the passing yards. I mean, we talk about quarterbacks entering the game, and really it's the old head versus the new generation. And Tyler Van Dyke is that new guy. Kenny Pickett's been around for a long time, 6th-year senior here. Has been in this Mark Whipple offense for 3 years now. Really feels like he has a handle of it.
Pickett to throw, out to the freshman Hammond. First time we've mentioned his name today on a veteran team, Rodney Hammond. He's a freshman to watch for Pitt.
Yeah, there's a good shot of Mark Whipple. Runs this West Coast style offense. So you get a lot of these short passes, the running back out, 5 out.
2 screens in a row to Hammond. First down.
And the last 2 plays are a great example of that West Coast offense. You get the defenders running east and west, I mean sideline to sideline, and then you hit them with a shot down the middle, sprinkle in a few runs every now and then, and right now, again, this is an opportunity, bottom of the screen, man-to-man.
Pickett looks to Hammond, now comes underneath, Taysier Mack makes the catch, first down.
And that's what he saw. You get everybody into the sideline in a bunch, back to the field, you got one receiver out there. If there's no safety over top of him, that's where Kenny Pickett's gonna wanna go. Good job of looking the deep post safety off. Great shot over the middle into Taysier Mack.
Pickett quickly as the pressure was coming. He took a hit. See, now the fans here want to hit on that, on a flag on that one as McLeod dropped him. And he admonishes the crowd.
Yeah, I mean,
it's fine.
The crowd, all they saw was Kenny Pickett go down hard. He goes, that's my quarterback. You can't take him down like that. But Zach McLeod was just cut loose. We talked about him coming from linebacker to that pass rush DN spot. You see that quick get off.
Pickett, there's Taysier Mack again, man. Another 16 yards. Pickett already up to 254 yards passing. And he just threw this one at the ground right at Hammond's feet. That play blew up.
Yeah, great job by Corey Flagg, the middle linebacker. He felt that soft offensive line and found the running back. There's no place for Kenny Pickett to throw it. And again, that's the maturity. Kenny Pickett, don't force it in there. Live to play another down. No one play in the second quarter is going to make or break this game unless it's a turnover.
Melkeet Stovall checking in late, replacing Shockey Jacques Louis. Empty backfield. Canes bring 5. Quickly, Addison is there. We do have a flag on the play as Addison will be right at the first down stick. I think he made the first down. Let's check the marker, though. Right at the line of scrimmage.
Eligible receiver downfield. Offense, number 70. He was covered up. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
Well, I do not have a number 70 on my Pitt roster. There must have been Lucas Kroll, number 7.
Or it could have been Owen Drexel, the center, 60.
Yeah, well,
I don't know. Either way, it was that's a first down taken off the board.
Yeah.
Now it's 2nd and 15.
Yeah, exactly right. 2 tight ends in the game now.
Hammond. You can see that quickness and the change of pace with Hammond. Gets back to penalty yard loss, but now it's 3rd and 10.
Yeah, they think that number 2, Izzy Abanikanda and Rodney Hammond, they are a good 1-2 punch. And Hammond, he was the guy who had a fantastic game last week. 11 carries for 66 yards. Really sealed the game versus Clemson in that 4th quarter.
Pickett has all kinds of time trying to get it to Kroll. And he was covered up nicely. Gervan Hall, the safety, was there all over.
Well, Kenny Pickett and Mark Whipple, they're picking on number 26. Gervan Hall is the safety who's now playing more nickel role, but on this drive, there were 4 passes that went in Gervan Hall's direction. Good job on that one against the tight end, the big tight end, of just staying with them, making that throw a little bit more difficult. Long discussion here with Narduzzi.
It's a 56-yard field goal from here.
And Andre
Scarton's career high is 46, Mark.
Andre Powell, the running backs coach, is also the special teams coordinator, and him and Whipple, or sorry, him and Narduzzi are having a conversation right now whether to go for it or not.
Delay a game. Offense. Penalties decline. 4th down.
And now they're going to punt. So rather than take the chance with the long field goal, possibly have it be returned, they'll take the delay game penalty, back it up 5 yards, and see if Chris Dedulu can pin Miami deep.
Now more whistles. Double and triple checking everybody. Now we're ready to go. Chris Dedulu trying to pin Miami deep here. High kick. Fair catch called for and made by Jacoby George. Miami offense back on the field. Up 7 here in Pittsburgh. Women's season preview show for you. That's Tuesday night at 8 o'clock Eastern. Extensive breakdowns of all 15 teams right here on the ESPN Now app and on the ACC network. Of course, Kelsey and the crew going to bring it to you Tuesday night at 8 o'clock. Fake tonight. Now the screen. That's Harley is able to get something out of it before Hallett drives him out of bounds. Looks like a gain of 8. Good job on first down under the shadow of their own goalpost. Good blocking on the outside too. Knighton. Slowed down, knifing in defensively. Who was that blue flash? That was Savosky Dennis. angry at himself for getting that roughing the passer call earlier. That was a nice play.
And just like that, third down. 2 yards to pick up Tyler Van Dyke. He's been dangerous with his legs on the zone read pull. Not very quick player, but fast, straight line.
Pressure. Screen pass. Knighton's not going to get there. He'll be dropped for a loss, and this crowd has gotten into it big time here in Pittsburgh.
You talk about that Panther pit, Chris. They're right in that end zone where their backs are against the Panther pit, and it was loud on that third down play. You saw the miscommunication from the wide receiver to running back, but great job by Pitt's defense swarming to the football. Huge stop. Down 7. Get the ball back to your Heisman hopeful.
Yeah, first 3 and out forced by this Pitt defense all day long. And Dayon Hayes was the one who dropped Knighton, forcing the punt. Canes need a big one here from Headley. Barton is the return man, but he'll just watch it bounce out of bounds, and Pitt will start in Miami territory when we come to Auto Owners Insurance halftime report here in moments. Best starting field position of the day for the Pitt Panthers, and Pickett has all day. Mack intercepted, picked off by Stevenson. He's into Pitt territory, knocked out of bounds at the 38 by Pickett himself. That's only the second interception thrown by Pickett all season, and it couldn't have come at a better time for Miami, which is 5.5 minutes left to go.
Phenomenal play by Stevenson, but Kenny Pickett absolutely missed his star wide receiver streaking down the field. Jordan Addison, you see him to the top of the screen. He's open right now for a touchdown. Kenny Pickett missed him, went to the outside to the double covered wide receiver, and fantastic interception and run back by Tariq Stevenson. I mean, it's those types of plays that gives Miami the spark. And again, the turnover chain, when you wear the turnover chain and you're losing, it doesn't feel as good. But when you wear the turnover chain in big game like this, that's good.
Rambo makes a move inside the 20, still on his feet. Inside the 5, down to the 3.
Tyler Van Dyke keep catching Pitt in this zone coverage. Good job across the middle. That's the one Rambo dropped earlier in the game.
Knighton puts his head down, picks up maybe a yard. Yeah, that fake to Knighton and then the quick pop to Rambo seems to be working for them.
Yeah, it's fantastic. You get the linebackers to bite up a little bit on the run because Knighton has been so effective on the ground. Tyler Van Dyke, he's one of the best in the ACC at putting the ball in the running back's belly, having his eyes downfield and getting the ball out to his wide receiver fast. And Pitt's defense, they're reeling right now. They spent a lot of time on the field so far in this second quarter.
Give to Knighton again. Right to the goal line, he stopped short again. Just outside of the paint, Servassier Dennis came up to lower the heavy hit.
I mean, Servassier Dennis is probably the best player on Pitt's defense at that linebacker spot. Made 2 huge plays, and this play is big. 2 tight ends to the right side of the formation for Tyler Van Dyke. He's got one-on-one matchups towards the field.
Second charge, timeout. Pittsburgh. 30 seconds.
Coach Narduzzi ran onto the field to call that timeout, saw something he didn't like. I don't know, Mark, if you're Miami, you can see the ball inside the 1-yard line. Van Dyke's been great. Can you risk a pass here instead of just powering it in on 2 plays? Go for it on 4th down. What do you have to lose at this point? On the road against the ranked team?
Yeah, no, I totally get it. And it's going to be interesting what Brett Lashley draws up. Is he going to want to keep the ball in Tyler Van Dyke's hands and let him try to make a throw versus man coverage? or do you hand the ball off up the middle to Jaylen Knighton? You know, the concern is how much has Tyler Van Dyke practiced taking snaps under center? It's not a part of this offense usually, and being the backup to start the season hasn't gotten a lot of that action. Again, same formation they came out in last time. Look for Arroyo moving.
Knighton over the top. He scores.
Ruling on the field is a touchdown.
Who says roosters can't fly?
Look at this. Good push up the middle and reach the ball over. What an extension. That was a full-on layout like he was at some sort of concert, crowd surfing. What a drive.
That's one of those you're either going to score or you're going to fumble.
Yep.
There ain't going to be any in between, and there wasn't. Borregales. Point total on the day is going up and up. 31-17, Miami turns that turnover into points. First the pick, Mark.
Yeah, it started with a great defensive play. Pitt had fantastic field position to start the drive, and on that first play, just a miss. It's a miss by Kenny Pickett, and that's a response and capitalization from Miami defensively. And that led to this touchdown run. First the pass to Tayseer Matt. I'm sorry, to Charleston Rambo across the middle, and then the diving touchdown by Jaylen Knighton. Hey, I said earlier in the broadcast, you don't want to be playing Miami when everything starts to come together. They have so much talent that once this talent combines with the knowledge that they have of football, this is a dangerous team. And Pat Narduzzi, he is feeling how dangerous they are right now.
What's going on, Jaylen?
We've been talking so much about how this is a freshman versus, you know, older guys like get game, but Coach Diaz said that he likes having freshmen on the squad. He said that freshmen don't come in with baggage. Freshmen don't know about the game from last year. So he said the young guys make us better, and they are doing that today.
Bannicanda lets it sail over his head. It's a team playing with a lot of confidence, coming off that win last week against NC State. And they played a heck of a first half here against Pitt. 4:02 to go in this first half, though. Plenty of time for this Pittsburgh offense. As I mentioned at the top, averaging over 45 points a game. That's good for 4th in the country, and over 520 yards per game. That's 5th in the NCAA.
Yeah, this is a big drive for Pittsburgh, not only to get the offense sparked, but to give the defense a little bit of a rest.
Davis on the screen. He's going to be dropped for a loss.
That was a great tackle, right? You talk about the problems that Miami defense has had. They haven't been tackling people. Great job by DJ Ivey coming up and making an open field tackle, preventing another 10 yards gain.
Second and 15.
Mismatch.
Pickett will have a lot of room to run if he chooses to do so, and does. Clipped right at the first down marker. They'll mark him right at the 35. That'll move the chains.
Again, you saw the pass rush affect Kenny Pickett. There was a mismatch on the top of the screen. It was that freshman safety, James Williams, was matched up on Jordan Addison, but Kenny Pickett just unable to keep his eyes downfield because of the pass rush by the defensive front of Miami.
Canes bring 4. Tayseer Mack. That connection has worked today inside Miami territory.
At the tackle was 18.
Flag down on the play. Now there's pressure. It's Davis inside the 40. Let's check the marker. It came down right after the snap. Our referee, Jeff Heeser's been busy today.
And you see a good shot. Bradley Jennings, the middle linebacker, making his way into the tunnel.
Offside, defense, number 13. That penalty's declined. First down. Correction, second down. Correction, second down.
Opting for the play instead of the penalty. So instead of 1st and 5, 2nd and about 1.5 yards.
Look at this formation.
Second down.
They got an unbalanced line.
The clock will start on the snap.
Tackle over. Lucas Kroll is in that tackle position. He's eligible to go out for a pass towards the top of the screen.
Davis powers his way to the first down. Nice carry by Davis. He's carrying Jonathan Ford, 320 pounds on his back.
Yeah, Vincent Davis is probably their smallest running back, but they put them in on the short yardage goal line package because he is strong and can hit the hole fast.
Pickett to throw. Haynes brings some pressure. It's picked up initially. Now flags come in the secondary. Pickett. Boy, that's a lot to get a loss of 1 yard. More flags. They should just leave a flag on the field permanently for everybody.
Because he has to run some. No, hell no.
Holding, defense, number 8. 10-yard penalty, results in a first down.
Crowd here initially saw Jeff Heaser give a holding sign, and they were about ready to let loose on him. And they found out it was against Miami. The cheer came out. DJ Ivey, the guilty party, so it's 1st and 10.
Jordan Addison at that number 3 wide receiver position. He's got Corey Flagg, the linebacker, on him right now.
Pickett flushed. Another flag comes out. Pickett will get a nice gain here, but this one in the offensive backfield is almost certainly going to be a hold against Pitt.
Holding, offense, number 77. 10-yard penalty, first down.
Carter Warren.
And one thing that all these penalties do is they allow Kenny Pickett to have time to come over and get a little word from his offensive coordinator, Mark Whipple. Mark Whipple likes being on the sideline because he feeds those plays directly to Kenny Pickett. A lot of OCs you see in the booth, but a little extra time to talk to his quarterback, see what he's seeing, draw up the right play.
Pickett again can run if he chooses to do so. Needed a block and couldn't get it. He needed Vincent Davis to turn around and block the man that was covering him. He might still be running.
Yeah, Vincent Davis was having none of that. Yeah. And Kenny Pickett, the crowd saw that big hit on their quarterback. They don't love it. That's not a late hit. Kenny Pickett was still up. You see 34 bring him to the ground, still up. Legal hit.
Ryan Rigoni on the tackle. Now Pickett to throw. Checks down. Here's Davis. He's going to be brought down way before the sticks. Jaylen, what do you got?
Guys, you saw Bradley Jennings in and taken into the locker room. He is being evaluated for a lower extremity injury, and his status for the remainder of the game is to be determined.
All right, thanks, Jaylen.
3rd down here for Pitt. And you don't want to force anything by Kenny Pickett. They're in field goal range right now. Just no turnovers.
Davis can't get by the first tackler. Amari Carter with a nice job of holding up Davis until his buddies got there.
First charge timeout. Miami, 30 seconds. Please reset the game clock to 29 seconds. 2-9. Thank you.
Miami calling a timeout in case this is a miss. They'll get a decent field position start and maybe an opportunity for a couple of plays and a field goal attempt themselves.
Yeah, and offensively, you want to pick up a few yards. Yeah, you play it safe, but I've been so impressed with Miami's tackling over the last 2 weeks. First part of their season, those passes that we've seen, those swing passes to running backs, those were going for 15, 20 yards because that initial tackler missed every single time. Miami has figured it out, and they are tackling well today in this game. And that tackle for no loss, now it sets up a challenging field goal for Pitt's kicker.
Starting from 49. And he hooks it. Miami's defense holds, and with 25 seconds left to go in the first half, Van Dyke will have one last opportunity.
That timeout before that kick, that signaled to me that Miami wanted to go, but I think right now they're coming out in that victory formation, going to take a knee. I think Red Lashley thought better of it, said let's go into halftime with the momentum and the lead.
Van Dyke takes a knee, and the final seconds will tick off the clock here in this first half. Well, Manny Diaz talked about how his team played so well in the second half so often this season. Coming into last week, they finally put together a 60-minute game against NC State, and they've put together a whale of a game in the first 30 minutes here in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, they got 30 minutes down. That's a check mark. Now can they play the next 30 just like this?
So just very, very impressive by Tyler Van Dyke today.
Coach, how about the play calling? I mean, they are being so aggressive these last 2 weeks.
And his wide receivers and tight ends, they have come up
Back to
big
Van Dyke.
for
He's
him,
gonna look to
catching
throw.
almost
Receiver
everything
wide
that's been
open.
thrown. So this it was an explosive offense early. They settled in, started getting the ground game. It's been a really good showing by Miami, both offense and defensively.
Our game refresh brought to you by Subway. A look at the stats as Miami will receive here to start the second half, and they get a nice play. Pitt does on special teams. But our game refresh will show you that Kenny Pickett has already thrown for 300 yards in the first half alone. So his numbers are big too, but he does have the one interception that Miami was able to turn into points.
Yeah, it points off turnovers. That is big. It's big stuff.
As Miami gets set to take the field, Jalen Johnson, what do you got for us down on the field?
Thanks, guys. I talked to Coach Diaz at half, and his story of the game is also Tyler Van Dyke. And I asked him what he's liking about what his quarterback is doing right now. And he said Pitt goes really hard at the quarterback, and Tyler, being so young, is responding so well. He is the confidence in the team. Now, I also talked to Kirk Narduzzi, and he said they have to do better at protecting their quarterback, Kenny Pickett. He said if they give them enough time in the pocket, he's going to be able to take those strikes.
Harley, that play has worked really well for Miami. They get 5 yards on first down.
Yeah, you talk about protecting Kenny Pickett. It's been hard. Yeah, the defensive line for Miami has been fantastic, and really we've been waiting to see the Pittsburgh defensive line come alive. They haven't gotten much pressure at all on Tyler Van Dyke.
Second down and 6. Knighton tries to bounce it outside. Doesn't get far. Phil Campbell was there initially, got some help on the backside from Brandon Hill. So this is a big third down for that Pitt defense, giving up 31 points in that first half. They got to bear down here, and the crowd's letting them know they're behind them.
The crowd's behind him. The crowd's still into this game. And you get an interesting set by Miami. 4 of the receiving threats are to the quarterback's right-hand side. It's going to be an adjustment from the linebackers.
Pressure coming. They got him. Hava Baldonado, the Italian.
Great move on Will Mallory, the tight end. Just gave him a little hesitation, knocked the hands down. And pressure was coming from both sides. If Haba Baldonado didn't get him, Deslin Alexander was there. And Miami forced a punt out of their own end zone.
Baldonado, just 1 year of high school football after moving to the States from Italy. Was an MMA fighter as a teenager. Showing you his athletic ability on that play. Here's Barton. Has some room. Still on his feet. Electrifies the crowd and has Pitt deep into Miami territory to start their first offensive possession of the second half.
Well, you want a spark? How about this? From their explosive young wide receiver, Jaylen Barton, making dudes miss to see Taysir Mack, starting wide receiver, leading the way down the field. Huge special teams play for Pitt. And now time to capitalize.
Pickett to throw. Misfires, trying to find Jared Wayne.
Really tight coverage on the play by Keontra Smith, the Will linebacker. You see his versatility ever to play man-to-man against the wide receiver.
Pickett again to throw. It's Wayne, that's a first down.
And Miami's going to have to make a defensive adjustment when Pitt puts all those wide receivers into the boundary. Because right there, Jared Wayne had man-to-man versus the freshman Marcus Clark, and Wayne won.
Pickett to throw, flushed. It's Wayne, a minimal gain, maybe 2 yards. Clark again on coverage.
And you love watching these battles on the outside. Anytime you got really good quarterbacks, a lot comes down to that man coverage. Marcus Clark got the best of Wayne on that last play.
Pickett to throw, out to Addison, needs a block. Doesn't get much, maybe a couple. And Clark on the tackle. He's been busy out there on the outside.
We're seeing a lot of these perimeter throws by Pitt on these second downs and first downs. I don't think they feel like very confident that they can run the ball up the middle. This defensive line for Miami has gotten good push on the offense, and now third down again to the quarterback's right. That's man coverage.
Pickett, again, the pressure forces him to roll out. Now he wants to throw to the end zone. Touchdown. Jared Wayne.
It all started with the Jaylen Barton punt return, and then look at that rollout. That looks like Tony Romo rolling out. And then finding Jared Wayne in the back of the end zone. That throw had to be on a line because there were defenders swarming. Fantastic escape and throw by Kenny Pickett.
Scarton converts. Pitt has the crowd lit here today at Heinz Field. First to stop of the Miami offense. And then Pickett rolling, throwing across for the Panthers here early in this second half, cutting that Kane advantage in half. Pickett's second touchdown pass of the day. Sauls kicks it out of the back of the end zone, so Miami will start from their 25. Pickett over 300 yards passing and 2 touchdowns mark. He surpasses Dan Marino as the all-time leader in touchdowns responsible for here at Pittsburgh, 83 in his career.
Yeah, Kenny Pickett, he's been climbing all those record book charts this season. And how about that? You know, you talk about going down in history as one of the greats to play at a school. It's been since 1982, right? Since they've had a quarterback with this type of production. Kenny Pickett has been fantastic. Another touchdown on the board.
And they've had some good ones, too, that have put up some numbers. Pickett's going to have to put up some serious numbers because Van Dyke's getting it done too on the other end tonight.
And look at Van Dyke on that throw. I mean, Pitt brought the house. He identified where the pressure was coming from, and Chris, what do you do when you see pressure?
Throw it where that pressure came from.
You replace the pressure with the football. Tyler Van Dyke knows that. Great completion. 2nd and 5.
Long mesh, Rambo takes a big hit, hangs on. After Mathis dropped him, that's a first down.
Talk about Dan Marino, right? When I watch Tyler Van Dyke, his release and throwing motion reminds me of Dan Marino. Kind of that long baseball follow through, a little bit of a sidearm, leans his body a little bit to get extra power.
Restrepo inside of Pitt territory, still on his feet, down to the 41.
And again, pressure in Tyler Van Dyke's face. Just rushed 4, but good job of coming through. But Restrepo has come up big time and time again for Tyler Van Dyke, and he just hung in there, completed a great throw over the middle.
Give to Knighton, he's in trouble. He's going to get dropped for a big loss. Cam Bright finished him off, but he had no chance on that play.
No, he didn't. There was no chance. Cam Bright, good job coming off the edge, understanding I don't want to run past the running back. You need plays like that defensively because, you know, Miami has been rolling. Have them play 2nd and long. It's a big play. Look for him to get about half of that back here.
Flag down as Van Dyke overthrows his tight end, Will Mallory. Let's check the flag.
Holding. Offense. That penalty's declined. 3rd down.
So rather than 2nd and 27, Pitt and Coach Narduzzi opting for 3rd and 17.
And Pitt's got his pass rush package in. John Morgan, number 6. He's in for pass rush, top of your screen.
They bring 6 on a delayed. Restrepo with the catch, but he's nowhere near the first down.
And the ability for Tyler Van Dyke to make that throw all the way across the field where he had pressure right in his face.
Now what are you thinking here? 4th down, a 4th and 7. Maybe about a 55-yard kick, and it looks like they're going to punt it with Headley.
Yeah, I think that, you know, they're bringing Lou Headley out. At this point in the game, you know, you need to think back. Okay, this is an offense that is very powerful. We gave him a short field after that last punt. Let's pin him deep, make him work for this one.
High kick. This is going to come down inside the 10, and dangerous catch. But made by Bard. Panthers trailing by a touchdown with the ball when we come back. Who was the last Pitt Panther to finish in the top 3 in Heisman Trophy voting, with Kenny Pickett certainly a candidate to do so and maybe even win it this year. So we'll give you the answer to the Aflac trivia question in a little bit. One of the things Pickett has to do if he wants to win the Heisman is keep winning. So he's got his work cut out for him here today in the 2nd half.
Yeah, and Pitt has a Heisman Trophy. And
Tony Dorsett.
Tony Dorsett, yeah, but obviously, well, maybe it's a trick question. Maybe it's him, but
maybe it is.
I think there was someone a little bit sooner.
They've had some pretty good players at a variety of different positions throughout the years. Pickett has good protection, great pocket. There's Addison. Stays on his feet. Still on his feet, down to the 28.
And you need to get number 3 going. Had a slow start to this game. Kenny missed him on that one touchdown opportunity. And Jordan Addison, the more time he touches the ball during a game, the more explosive he gets. That was a great reception.
Tough running after the catch, too. Here's Vincent Davis. That for 175 pounds. I don't know how much he actually is, Mark, but he's listed at 175. He is a tough runner.
Yeah, he sure is. And you know, we mentioned I was surprised. I first saw him in on goal line packages a few years ago. I said, why do you have your smallest running back on goal line? Because the dude's tenacious and he runs that way.
Now they bring him to the sideline and empty the backfield. Pickett flushed a little bit. Hits Wayne. Nice job by Wayne helping out his quarterback, coming back to the sideline, just getting that little crease. That's all Pickett needs.
Yeah, and right now Wayne is telling Kenny Pickett to slow down a little bit. I don't know whether Wayne needs to catch his breath or he feels like he's hobbled. You see him limping off the sideline. He was trying to stay out there. Now they bring in Jaden Bradley, the freshman out of Fayetteville, North Carolina. Hasn't seen a lot of action, only 4 catches on the year.
Fake to Abanikanda, he stays in the block. Pickett has room, instead hits Crow. Spreading it around to his receivers.
And we got to keep an eye on Jared Wayne and whether he comes back into this game. We've already seen number 11, Taysier Mack. He came out at halftime with a sling around his neck and his arm in a shoulder brace. So his pads are off. He's done for the day. So we're going to have some of these young guys step up for Pitt offensively.
Abanikanda in motion, now split left. There's Addison. Little high step, stays on his feet. Inside the 20. Addison's getting involved on this drive. Another 20.
Chris, we were talking at halftime, and a couple of those routes towards the end of the half, we saw Jordan Addison it didn't seem like he was running the routes with purpose. That he felt like he was open on a couple plays, didn't get the ball delivered to him, and after that catch earlier in this drive, I mean, it's a different Jordan Addison we're seeing on the field right now. Lucas Kroll split to the top, big tight end.
Fake to Abanikanda, going to the end zone, has a receiver, touchdown! Jaylen Knighton. Man, has he gotten this crowd going in the second half. First it was a great punt return. Now he hauls in this Pickett touchdown.
Jaylen Knighton, we saw that huge punt return he had. And there have been high hopes for him. He just hasn't had a lot of opportunity because of all the veteran wide receivers on this team. Again, we mentioned Taysier Mack was out and Jared Wayne hobbled off to the sideline. Jaylen Knighton then made the most of an unbelievable throw. Great catch for a touchdown.
How good is this game? Pickett with 2 touchdowns, and we're all even. Now a chance for Smith. Gets turned around. Gang tackled inside the 15. Miami will start deep in their own territory. Jaylen has an injury update for us. Jaylen?
Guys, I just talked to Pitt's head athletic trainer, Chris Hanks, and he said Taysier messed up his shoulder and he's out for the rest of the game.
Okay, thanks, Taysier Max. He's gone, and that's why Jared Wayne and Jaylen Knighton and company have seen more reps, and they've made the most of it.
Well,
can Miami weather the storm? Van Dyke, big test. Knighton. Shake and bake from him, give him 9. Wow. You mentioned Cameron Harris getting hurt. Chaney, another one of their running backs. Don Chaney hurt. But they really love Knighton. They think that Rooster might be their best back. Here he gets a call again.
Yeah, he might be their best back. And think about the Mondays that Miami Diaz has had over the past month. First, he starts off on the October 11th. He had to report that De'Ara King will have to undergo surgery. He'll miss the rest of the season. A week later, the next Monday, he has to report that Cameron Harris will miss the season. And then the following Monday, this past Monday, Bubba Bolden will miss the season. And so, you get a lot of guys who are being forced into action early, and they have all responded well.
Definitely had a case of the Mondays in October. Van Dyke quickly. That's a really nice pass to Keyshawn Smith. He saw the pressure coming again. That's 3 or 4 times today. The pressure has been right on him, and he's gotten rid of it.
Yeah, he's gotten rid of it. And he's also made completions on almost all of them. And I think the hope for Pitt defensively is that these hits will add up because they are getting chunk plays every time they blitz.
Outside. Now Harley got what he could, about 4. Desmond Alexander doing a nice job from his defensive end spot to get out there and make the stop. Second down and 6. Pitt showing pressure on the outside. They come with it. Harley again. Man, Hallett knocking him out of bounds. Both of these offenses are just clicking.
And Chris, they've been games where I've wondered, why are they throwing the bubble screen into the boundary? And Miami team doesn't have to do that. You see the arm strength for Tyler Van Dyke. He can throw those to the field and gives more room for the wide receivers to make a move on a defender.
Delayed pressure from Pittsburgh. Trying to get to Rambo inside the 5. Picked off, but that's going to be pass interference. Damari Mathis made the pick, but as Rambo came back for the football, he was dragged down.
Pass interference. Defense, number 31. 15-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
Yeah, you see Eric Hallett just pulled down on that right arm of Charleston Rambo. And great play by 21, but nullified because that's a clear pass interference call.
Hurricanes trying to take advantage. Van Dyke to throw again. Screen. Knighton avoids the first tackle. Inside the 20, down to the 17. Let's not forget Knighton had 83 yards receiving and a touchdown last week, right out of the backfield.
He missed the first 4 games this year due to a suspension, and they got him back at the right time. And you see the one word that Rhett Latchley used to describe that running back, he said tough. He is tough kid. He can make dudes miss by running them over or by that little stop you saw in the last play. Now they bring in Cody Brown, another freshman running back, a true freshman who they really like.
But to your point, true freshman. Brown and Thad Franklin, the other backup back, true freshman.
Yeah, and the freshmen, you worry about pass protection, right? How well can they protect Tyler Van Dyke when they're called to do that out of the backfield?
He picks it up here, picked up Dennis into the end zone, touchdown! What a catch, Keyshawn Smith, and a perfect throw from Tyler Van Dyke. What a show these quarterbacks are putting on today.
Servassier Dennis right up the middle, working on the freshman Cody Brown. Cody Brown gives just enough time for Tyler Van Dyke to throw an immaculate pass over the safety's head, and great catch.
Very apropos.
Exactly, great catch.
Unfortunately, it goes against Pittsburgh this time.
By Keyshawn Smith. Hey, you're exactly right.
Warwick Ollis with the PAT, man. You don't even have time to go to the kitchen and make yourself a sandwich today. Stick around.
Oh, my goodness.
8 plays, 85 yards, and just when all the momentum was on Pittsburgh's side, and you're looking at your freshman quarterback, Tyler Van Dyke, on the road, he directs an 85-yard drive to retake the lead. Man.
And I think the difference right now is, yes, they are going blow for blow, touchdown for touchdown, but with Miami having that 14-point lead at halftime, every time Pitt scores, they're just tying it up. And then when Miami answers, they're lead by 7. So Pitt is consistently having to play from behind, and they need a defensive stop to then turn the table, so that way, you know, if this is a score game, you don't want to have the ball last and eventually have to go for 2 to win it.
mentioned Pickett completed 9 passes in a row. Van Dyke 14 of his last 15. That's nuts. Here's Abanikanda. Strong return out beyond the 30. Let's answer our Aflac trivia question.
Ooh, flags.
Now we get a flag and a lot of them. Let's stay here. Hold on. The Duck will hang on for a sec.
I don't know what happened, but Brandon George, number 30 for Pitt, just scampered off the field like he was in trouble.
After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, kicking team, number 9. 15-yard penalty. This is number 9's first unsportsmanlike conduct, first down.
That's going to add 15 yards. You don't want to give Pickett any extra help. Let's answer our Aflac trivia question. Aflac. There we go. Put the question up there. Who was the last Pitt Panther to finish in the top 3 in Heisman Trophy voting? A lot of people might go back and say Dan Marino, but it was Larry Fitzgerald, because not surprising given the college career he had. It's just you don't think of receivers finishing high in the Heisman. This kid might win a Heisman someday. Izzy Abanikanda, great young running back. They love him here in Pittsburgh. Then he gets a big first down, 19 yards.
You talk about the run game for Pitt. They just haven't had that guy who's been productive on the ground over the past few years. And Abanikanda, I mean, he has sure paved the way to be that guy for them.
Pickett goes down at midfield. McLeod got there.
Zach McLeod coming off the edge, working on number 77, Carter Warren, and just got around him. And it's starting to look like these Pitt Panther wide receivers are a little bit gassed. I mean, they've been running a lot of routes downfield. That last play, Abanikanda was the check down. He was just slow to get out of the backfield and provide an option for Kenny Pickett.
Now Vincent Davis coming in to spell Izzy. They bring Bartholomew into the backfield. Davis, lots of room. Look at that speed. Inside the 25.
You know who else is getting a little bit tired? That Miami defense. I mean, Zach McLeod just got washed off the screen by the right side of that offensive line.
26 yards on the run. Gonna fake to Davis. Pickett gets it to Kroll. Good check down as he was running for his life. And a 7-yard gain. Give him 6. Davis. Close to the first down, won't get there. McLeod brought him down. It'll bring up 3rd down and 1. Final play of this 3rd quarter.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter.
Woo. Now go get yourself a Primanti sandwich. Come back. We've got a heck of a game. And especially here in the second half after Pittsburgh scored 2 quick touchdowns. Abanikanda on 3rd down. I don't know if he picked it up, Mark. I think he might be short. He's short of that yard to gain.
I think he is. I think he is short.
Now what do you do?
I mean, they go for it a lot. Pitt offensively, they're 14th in the country, converting 11 for 15 on 4th down.
They're lined up like they're going to go for it, and they are. Fake to Abanikanda. Bartholomew inside the 5. It'll be 1st and goal, Panthers.
That's one of those situations that during that break, Pat Narduzzi went over to Mark Whipple and said, okay, if we get the opportunity, we're going to go for it on 4th down. That's how that play calling developed. Great conversion and big catch by the freshman tight end.
Fake to Izzy. Pickett looking in the end zone. Just too many people out there. Bartholomew was the intended receiver, but Pickett just threw that one away.
Again, great throw by Kenny Pickett. There were a couple guys. Jordan Addison was coming open late in the back of the end zone, but safe play, understanding the situation. Now they motion Abanikanda out.
Empty backfield for Pickett. He's looking at Abanikanda, throws it high, incomplete.
And they want to get that matchup, Abanikanda on a linebacker. However, the linebacker was Keontre Smith. Again, we talked, he used to be a safety, played some nickelback, so he's now a linebacker. That's going to be a mismatch in Miami's favor. And now they bring Vincent Davis in at running back. Still got the 2 tight ends in, both Lucas Kroll and Gavin Bartholomew.
3rd down and goal, 10th play of the drive for Pitt.
And no, Wayne's back in at the top of your screen.
A lot of traffic over there.
Here's the pass to Pickett.
Kroll, flag down, he wants to throw it. Now he does into the back of the end zone and just overthrows Addison, but it might have been a moot point anyways. Let's see what this flag is all about.
Chris, I was at practice yesterday. I saw them walk through that exact play, and Lucas Kroll, he was looking for Kenny Pickett on the throwback. Good job by Miami recognizing Kenny Pickett leaking out and covering him.
There is no foul for a false start, 4th down. Correction, there is no foul for illegal motion, 4th down.
So you went for it on 4th and 1.
And watch it, look at Kenny Pickett. It's a direct snap, and he just tries to leak out, but unbelievable job of recognizing that by the true freshman Cameron Kitchens. And Lucas Kroll just tried to make the most of it, but man, this Miami defense stepped up big.
So Scarton will attempt a 23-yarder. Hits the chip shot. Pitt edges their way closer, but Miami keeps him out of the end zone. Canes by 4 here in the 4th. ACC win of the year. Pitt looking to remain perfect in conference play. Narduzzi's got his hands full, though. As great as this quarterback has been, Kenny Pickett has been sensational. So has the quarterback on the other side, Tyler Van Dyke. Can this Panther defense step up and get the ball back to Kenny Pickett here in the 4th quarter? Miami will start from their own 25. All right, when we finish up here, we're going to give you a brief chance to catch your breath. And then we've got Wake Forest, who hung 70 on Army last week. So get ready for that one. Duke and Wake Forest at 4 o'clock here on the ACC Network. Then a primetime matchup presented by Geico, Louisville, and an NC State team looking to get back on the winning track after falling to these Hurricanes last week down in Miami.
All right, now an opportunity for Miami. If they can drive down the field and get back in the end zone, all of a sudden this is a 2-score game that Pitt has to fight back from.
Van Dyke to throw. Pitt brings just 4. There's time. Now the pocket collapses, and they drop Van Dyke for a 2-yard loss. John Morgan got there.
6, John Morgan on the takedown from Pitt.
We talked about Morgan being more of a pass rush specialist. He's in the game right now, and it's really the second line for this Pitt defensive line, with Devin Danielson and Tyler Bentley in at that D tackle, and you see John Morgan getting that crowd fired up. This is a go route to the top of this field, top of the screen.
Van Dyke looks to the bottom now, back up top. Receiver comes back for it. And Rambo can't connect. That was Amari Mathis out there in coverage in 3rd and long. And this crowd is going to let their Panthers hear about it.
And Pitt defensively, they wanted to save their defensive line, their best defensive line for this down. All the starters are back in. Haba Baldonado, Keyshawn Camp, Deslin Alexander. Linebackers up around the line of scrimmage. Showing pressure, the bottom of your screen. Now they're checking out of it. Let's see if they drop back in coverage.
They bring 4, but they get pressure. The screen. Big hit. Knighton bounced off it, but he won't get to the sticks. Pitt is going to force a punt. And they did exactly what they had to do here in the 4th quarter. They're going to get the ball back to Kenny Pickett.
Well, Randy Bates, I will take all of that. Fantastic job by the defensive coordinator for Pitt. showing pressure, getting up in the line of scrimmage. Once Tyler Van Dyke went back and checked to the screen that would counter that pressure, Pitt bailed out, and they played zone behind it. Much more difficult to have a screen work against zone coverage.
Now Keith Stovall back to return this punt. Low kick, Stovall will fair catch it at his own 34. Panthers fired up. They get a stop from their defense. Now it's Pickett's turn when we come back. They trail by 4. Nice afternoon in Pittsburgh today. Look at the drives for the Panthers in their last 3 here in the second half. Touchdown, touchdown, field goal. Had a first and goal on that field goal last possession, so a little disappointing to only come away with 3. But their defense got a big stop there, and the ball's right back in the hands of their Heisman Trophy candidate quarterback, Kenny Pickett.
Yeah, that's a good place to have the football. And that last stop by Pitt's defense, it's massive. It really is. And now you have an opportunity to drive down the field. We talk about that one stop needed to not just catch back up. Now it's a chance to take the lead.
Addison won't get anywhere though, and gets hit hard by James Williams.
James Williams. Yeah, we mentioned his name earlier in this broadcast. He is a prospect that they are excited about. He has some development in terms of technique, but you see the athleticism on that last play.
2nd and 10. Ooh, now that might have been a little early. No flag though. Kinchin's got there to break up the play. It looked like he was going for Stovall. Let's see this again.
Yeah, that's a bang-bang play, close one. I like the no call. You see Kenny Pickett firing it in there. I think it was a good job by Kitchens breaking the ball up. Flag almost had an opportunity for interception. Now 3rd and 10.
The big 3rd down here. Pickett, Krull got him, but that's going to be short of the first down.
Hey, this is a dangerous call right here. I think you got to punt this, and you see special teams coordinator getting his punt team ready. It's Andre Powell, and we talk about a big stop for Pitt. I mean, how about that? And now you see Manny Diaz on the sideline signaling for punt safe. He wants his defense still on the field. Biggest thing, do not jump off sides and give an easy first down.
It's 4th and a long 3. Chris Dulu is back to punt it. And he will indeed get off a really good kick, high and deep. Fair catch made at his own 13-yard line by Jacoby George.
I mean, for so long in this game, it was offensive score, offensive score, offensive score. Last couple drives, I think the defense took it a little personal. They said, let's stand up and be strong ourselves. Great job by Miami forcing the punt, and good punt at that, bringing Miami and TVD back inside their own 10.
Yeah, every time there's been an offensive answer in this game, we had 2 defensive answers. Can Pitt re-answer? Van Dyke out to Restrepo. What can he do after the catch? Picks up about 5. I feel like Restrepo was like from the mold. Haven't we seen so many other these small, almost running back slash punt return kind of receivers at Miami that make plays?
Yeah, he just runs. I think he runs really good routes. Probably the best route runner on their team.
Now back at him, and he avoids a tackle. Now to the 20. Gets Miami out of trouble before being forced out of bounds at the 35. Zach Barrios, remember him a couple of years ago in Miami?
Yeah.
Very similar, hard, tough player. Look at his jersey, it's filthy.
And time and again, he's come up really big for Tyler Van Dyke in this offense. And now you see Brashard Smith, number 12, check in the game. You see him at the bottom of your screen. Brashard Smith, he's kind of that hybrid as well. He'll line up in the backfield. He'll take hand sweeps. Watch for that motion from him right here.
He's 12 in motion, gets the pop pass. Upended after a gain of 4 by Hallett. We got a flag down in the secondary. It's well away from the play. This looks like he wants to file a complaint.
Yeah, he does.
Personal foul. Illegal hands to the face. Defense. 15-yard penalty. First down.
That's why. That's a big penalty.
Foul's on number 21.
Man.
2-1.
Puts the ball into Pitt territory.
Yeah, that's a big penalty. Pitt's, I think that's Pitt's 9th penalty on the day. Over 100 yards of penalties.
Flea flicker. Van Dyke has a receiver open. That's Rambo. Catches it at the 10. No, he dropped it. He had it. And when he went to the ground, it came out.
Charleston Rambo was doing all he could to just keep his balance as he made a little double move. And what a perfect pass by Tyler Van Dyke. Charleston Rambo just unable to secure it into his body. Did not survive the ground. That's going to be incomplete. Bringing up 2nd and 10. But man, missed opportunity for Miami's offense.
Rambo upset with himself. 2nd down and 10. Now Knighton in motion. Van Dyke will look that way. Oh, it was a shoulder collision at the 40. A.J. Woods was there to meet him. You can hear that pop up here, and it brings up 3rd down and about 4 yards, make it 5.
Not in field goal range yet. Really, they need this first down here. Or again, they're going to have to settle for a punt. Be interesting to see if they call this play for a 4th down try, too.
Pressure comes. Van Dyke eludes it. Slides for a 1st down. Amazing.
Oh, man. Servassier Dennis had Tyler Van Dyke dead to rights. And Tyler Van Dyke, I don't know if there's much else he can do right now to impress me. I mean, it's been every single time he does anything, it's like, wow. You have to remind yourself, this is this guy's first time playing college football. He's a 2nd-year freshman, but no time last year. Big pickup on 3rd down.
Brown, the freshman, just barrels his way forward. John Morgan is there on the stop, but that was a good gain on 1st down. Jaylen, what do you got?
Tyler Van Dyke told me this week, I asked him, what do you like so far about how you're playing? And he gave me 3 things. He said, my pocket presence has been really good. I think I can see the field. And just like we saw just then, making plays when stuff breaks down.
Brown again. Just right into the teeth of that Pitt defense. He's right at the marker. We'll have to get a check. The other thing, we asked Manny Diaz the same question. Diaz just said, you know what? He makes plays when we need him, and that gets the rest of his team fired up. And that was a perfect example.
Yeah, exactly right.
Got to make one here on 3rd down.
Yep, got the big back in. Cody Brown, 5'11", 212 pounds. He's picked up 3 yards in a cloud of dust on every single run this last 1st down series. See if they go back to him. Early movement. And I think it was the clap from Tyler Van Dyke.
Prior to the snap. False start. Offense. Number 59. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
And watch the clap. Right when that clap happens, there's a little bit of twitch on the left side by number 60, Zion Nelson. And now this 3rd down became a whole lot more difficult at 3rd and 6.
Van Dyke rolls the pocket.
Oh, Charleston Rambo fell down.
The other receiver falls down, and this one's going to be intercepted at the 5. Patrician picks it off after 2 receivers fell down on the play. Van Dyke thought he had a play. First, you see Rambo going down, and then the receiver goes to Coach Narduzzi and the Pitt Panthers. They'll start from their own 5, though. Can this Kane defense step up again?
Chris, we thought last week could have been a Heisman moment for Kenny Pickett. How about now? What an opportunity.
95 yards away. Krull's going to make it shorter. Out to the 24. Got Addison at the bottom of your screen here, one-on-one. Pickett has time. Now he has him over the middle. And Addison is loose.
And Kenny Pickett, he throttled down this throw. You'll watch him. He sees it. All of a sudden, okay, that extra pump fake, he realized there's a linebacker in my way. Let me put a little touch on it and throw it over the middle. Great pass to Jordan Addison.
Canda's going to go nowhere. Wrapped up and thrown down by Jonathan Ford.
Man. There have been a lot of great throws in this game. That throw by Kenny Pickett, that was perfect.
Here's Abanikanda, juggles it at first, but brings it in. Gets inside Miami territory before Corey Flagg forces him out. This will bring up a big third down right here.
Defensive line for Miami, rotating a couple guys in, getting a couple guys off. Some fresh guys in for this 3rd down and 6 pass rush opportunity.
A couple of tight ends here at the bottom of your screen. Pickett finds Wayne, getting blocks downfield. Inside the 25.
Pitt anticipated man-to-man on this route. Crossing routes beat man-to-man. You see 24, Kitchens just loses Jared Wayne coming back across the field. Stays with Lucas Krull. Huge pickup. Great call by Mark Whipple.
Now Krull in motion, Vincent Davis in the game, flanking Pickett. Pressure comes on the outside. They're going to drop Pickett.
Pickett sack.
Leonard Taylor, the true freshman, was in on it. So was DeAndre Johnson.
Big sack. Talking about rotating that defensive front. Miami really feels like they have 4 or 5 guys who can make a real difference on that pass rush line. Right now, Leonard Taylor, 56, in the game.
Addison, oh, he overthrew him.
Oh, my
Williams
goodness.
makes the pick.
They're going to rule that a completed interception.
Correct.
The ball came out late.
And the freshman, James Williams, makes the pick. It was behind Addison, who turned around and the ball was already there and behind him, and Williams makes the pick.
The ruling on the field is an interception. That play is under further review.
He got his elbows underneath it. That's an interception. The ball only just comes out as he starts to get up.
He got his arms under it and rolled over before it came out.
Yep, and I'm not sure what happened on that route. There's obvious miscommunication between Kenny Pickett,
the body language,
and Jordan Addison. And man, what a missed opportunity.
I never thought I would experience hearing loss.
It's Miami after Kenny Pickett's 2nd interception of the day has them backed up now from their own 2. 4:07 left to play here in this game.
Pitt showing pressure. Van Dyke checks out.
They'll give to Knighton.
Oh, they might
Did he get out of the end zone? Oh, they're ruling that he got out. The officials are ruling that Knighton did get out of the end zone. Pitt players are certain it's a safety, and they're going to have to come back to line up and play here on 2nd down. And they're going to review this.
Ruling on the field is the runner got the ball out into the field of play. 2nd
might be the loudest booing I've ever heard a stadium. Boo.
Man, and like, let's see. Good job by Kancey, number 8, getting that initial push, and then flying in there was Phil Campbell, the linebacker.
Well, if it wasn't that initial surge, he never got there.
Great view from right here. Let's see.
There's not enough to overturn it.
Oh, man, it is close. And
the whole football has to come out of that end zone, just like a touchdown going the other way.
And, man, these officials decided to stand right in front of each camera.
Don't have any angle that could overturn it, Mark. At least not from what we've seen, and neither do the replay officials. If we don't have it, they don't have it.
No. Wow.
That is a huge play and a huge call in a 4-point game.
Man.
Officials explaining it to Coach Narduzzi.
Yeah. This check here, you know,
might be our best look, but I
don't see him making it past the heels of number 60, Zion Nelson. And Zion Nelson's heels were right at the goal line. But you made a great point, Chris. They called it that his forward progress got him out of the end zone. And to me, that's not enough to clearly state that he got out of the end zone. And so, my guess is that it's going to be second down with another opportunity.
After further review, the ruling on the field stands. Second down.
Yeah, I had a feeling that would be the reaction.
Timeout. Pittsburgh.
Martin, Coach Narduzzi calls a timeout here. I think it's good, though, because, number one, it stops the clock.
Yeah. Charge timeout. Pittsburgh, 30 seconds.
Their team has to stay focused. If they think they got jobbed, they can't worry about that anymore.
No, absolutely not. Let the crowd be worried about that. Pat Narduzzi wants this to sink in to this Pittsburgh fan base. Let the emotions, let the noise build, and make Miami prove that they can get back out of it. And let's look at that interception again. How did this take place? Why is Pitt even in this situation? And watch Jordan Addison's route. He has to be skinny inside the near safety. He cuts that too short, too fast. That ball is thrown right where Jordan Addison's supposed to be, on the inside shoulder of that deep safety versus that too high look. You know, Jordan Addison got banged up last week. He's made some great plays in this game, and you just wonder, you just wonder about how locked in he was in that last play. Nonetheless, now Miami with about 3 inches in between the football and the goal line. They got to do something, because you know Pitt's going to sell out to stop that dive. You got man-to-man. He might just throw up, take a shot.
He's going to throw it. As a receiver. Man, that is a gutsy throw to Rambo. Comes up with it, and that's a huge first down.
I mean, like Brett Lashley, the offensive coordinator, you just have to completely forget that Tyler Van Dyke's never done this before, because he can do it. That was a phenomenal throw to your best wide receiver, Charleston Rambo, who is being covered by Pitt's best cornerback, Damari Mathis. Phenomenal. And now, this is a situation that Pitt's been in before, but on the other side of the football. You want to run the clock out if you're Miami.
Oh, bobbled the snap, but got it to Knighton, and he's got room to run. That's 7 yards on first down.
Second charge timeout. Pittsburgh, 30 seconds.
So here's the throw. Tyler Van Dyke in the back of the end zone shot it right out there to his wide receiver, Charleston Rambo.
Confidence in Rambo, too.
Fantastic, fantastic throw. and just sat back there with his feet on the end line and made a great pass.
All right, a few of our fall championships that get underway this weekend and next. First, we got women's soccer first round matchups. Sunday night, 6 and 8 Eastern, Clemson, Notre Dame, then Wake Forest, Duke. Then men's soccer first round begins Wednesday night. And the field hockey quarterfinals begin Thursday afternoon. It's all right here on the ACC network and on the ESPN app. One app, one tap, so you can watch anywhere you are. Van Dyke over 400 yards passing. Pickett over 500 yards passing. 1,081 yards of total offense, and we ain't done yet.
And now it's going to come down to number 4, Jaylen Knighton. They're going to hand the ball off to him and let him try to do the rest.
Pitt selling out to stop the run, which they do right at the line of scrimmage. Servassier Dennis knifing in.
Third and final timeout. Pittsburgh, 30 seconds.
This is essentially the game right here. Pitt selling out on stopping Miami here on third down and forcing a punt.
Man, just what a a change in this fourth quarter. It's been defensive big play after defensive big play, and the gutsiness from Rhett Lashley and Tyler Van Dyke, standing back on his own end line and completing that pass out to Charleston Rambo to just give Miami a little bit of breathing room, and it completely took the air out of this Pittsburgh Panther fan base. But once again, it's time for the Panther Nation to rise up and get loud, because 2 minutes, 15 seconds, that's time for Kenny Pickett to drive back down the field.
Mark, how about this? Over 900 yards through the air in this game, and it's come down to a 4-yard run.
I know.
Or maybe a pass.
Yeah, let's see what Lashley does.
He's going to throw it with Van Dyke. He's got his tight end, Mallory, and he's got the first down. It pulls out the ball, but it goes out of bounds, but then it rolled back behind the first down to gain mark. The officials are going to mark it as a fumble, but look where they're marking it, right where the marker is. Well, this will be reviewed forever.
And there's a player down, looks like Brandon Hill for Pitt.
Ruling on the field is a fumble. Ball went backwards, short of the line to gain. Fourth down.
We have seen everything. I thought we had seen everything, but now we have seen everything in this game. The first down was gained. The ball came out. It rolled out of bounds backwards behind the line to gain, and it'll now be fourth down. They're obviously reviewing this.
Wow.
We hope Brandon Hill's all right. He's gotten up under his own power, and he'll walk off as Kalijah Cansey gives him a congratulations, because he's in on that tackle that forced the fumble.
Ruling on the field of a fumble. Ball going backwards, short of the line to gain, is under further review.
And watch where this ball goes out. Oh my goodness.
That's going to be a first down if that marker on the far side is correct where it stands. That's going to be moved forward, I think, Mark.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be a first.
Yeah, it's going to, it's weird. They'll probably measure it anyways, even though the sticks are right there. But look at that hit.
Definitely a fumble.
That hit by Brandon Hill, and see it which we can't tell really what part of the ball touches at what point, right? It's not like if the ball, if the point of the football is over the out of bounds line, it's not out of bounds yet until the ball actually touches the white part.
Well, they have a great view of it. I mean, unlike that play in the end zone back here, the replay officials and Mike Shepard and company, they have a perfect view of when this ball went out of bounds. When and where. How about Van Dyke diving to get that ball, too, on the fumble, following up on the play?
Yeah. Van Dyke has played a phenomenal game. Just phenomenal football game. And regardless of the way that this call goes, there's been play after play after play of just excellent football. And I mean, that was a fantastic hustle play by Brandon Hill, and you see him clearly punch that ball out. That's clearly a fumble. And you see the official standing right there.
Brandon, that's a heck of a play punching that ball out. It's just tantalizingly close for Pitt players. Nobody can jump on it. But look where it goes out, right at the 29.
And you see the guy holding that stick, right? He moved a little bit because because he didn't want to get hit when he was going out of bounds. So, gosh, it is so close, and it's going to come down to a measurement. And I think the key is the stick that signifies where the first down, the 1st and 10 started, is back at the 19-yard line. So it's going to be right on that 29-yard line, and it does look like the ball is out of bounds just past the 29-yard line.
Mark, I think that's first down. Look where the ball goes out of bounds, just beyond it. Right there.
And look
that's
at
29.
Look at everybody looking.
Pointing at the ball. Precious. Pigskin.
You know, Al Pacino had that line, and any given Sunday, it's a game of inches. No more true than right here.
And the nerves of everybody in Heinz Field frayed already. Wait till they get this announcement.
After further review, the ball will be placed past the 29-yard line, and we will measure this for a first down.
I thought he was about to say it's a first down. I think once they measure it, we'll wait.
There's not a far distance for this chain crew to go.
I think that's the accurate spot.
I do too. With that back tip of the football right at the 29.
These fans are about to lose their minds.
First down. And guess what? It's not over yet. There could, if there's, they stop them and force a punt, there could be about 10 seconds left on the clock if Pitt gets the ball back.
You never know what can happen on a punt.
But the
got to make sure the clock is right too. Every second is going to be precious.
And it's out of the. It's not within 2 minutes though, so the clock should run.
As soon as they set the ball for play, that clock should be rolling.
Yeah, if that clock runs, they can't just take a knee.
There was a player injured on both sides. The play clock will be set to 40 seconds and wind.
So they should be, and the play clock should wind, and they should be able to get this under 2 minutes before even having to take a snap.
Please reset the game clock to 2 minutes, 39 seconds. The clock will start on my signal.
So yeah, so they went. It was like a player went out of bounds outside of that 2-minute mark. So they can run this all the way down. So Chris, I'm wrong. Pitt will not get the football back. And that man right there, Manny Diaz. It has been close game after close game after close game. First, a loss by 2 points at Virginia with a missed field goal by Andres Borregales. Then it traveled to UNC, lost by 3 points. Got their win by 1 point against NC State. And now, what a day for this Miami football team.
Van Dyke will take a knee. And there is nothing that Pitt can do to stop this clock. As the clock winds down, let's take a look at our MVP of the game. It's brought to you by Sports Clips. And it's Tyler Van Dyke.
Yeah.
I mean, he had 325 yards passing last weekend at NC State. That was a career high. Well, he went a whole lot better than that today. 428 yards passing, 3 touchdowns, did have the 1 pick.
What a football game by the second-year freshman, Tyler Van Dyke. They call him TVD. He brought the emotion back to this team before last week's game with a press conference and came out today and was absolutely phenomenal. What a football game we got to be a part of and witness today, Chris.
You saw just about everything you could possibly hope to see in a game. And Manny Diaz, under so much fire just 3 weeks ago, when his kicker missed a field goal against Virginia. He said to that kicker, Borregales, don't worry about it. He said he called him at 1:30 in the morning. You're going to get your chances, and he did. And now he's found a quarterback in Tyler Van Dyke, who's got all kinds of moxie, who goes on the road and throws for 428 yards, and his team gets the better of Kenny Pickett, whose Heisman Trophy campaign may unfortunately have come to an end right here on his home turf. Jalen Johnson down on the field. Who you got, Jalen?
I am here with Tyler Van Dyke. Tyler, this team has fought. Emotional game, and you've been the guy that has brought the confidence to this team. Coach has talked about it. Your teammates have talked about it. What about your game got you to play with so much poise today and get this win?
You know, the last 4 games, this team showed a lot of fight.